In this video, we are going to show you how to access our online wireless lab testbed. Our testbed is Fed4Fire compliant, and it only accepts users from a trusted central authority, which is iMinds. Users with an identity provided by iMinds can use tools such as Testbed to manage their experiments. There is an online tutorial with all the information needed to access our testbed, and in this video we will basically go through the steps of this tutorial. This is the online tutorial, and the first step we have to take is to get a Fed4Fire account. You can sign up here. You need to fill in some personal information and some project-related information. You can join an existing project, or you can also start a new one. In this case, you need to provide iMinds with additional information. If this process is successful, you will get a verification code that you have to enter in a dialog box in order to confirm your account. Afterwards, you will receive an email from iMinds with a notification that you have been approved as a member of the project you specified before. We also need some information from your side. You can send us an email with your Fed4Fire username, the Fed4Fire project name, the purpose of your experiment, the resource nodes you want, and the duration of your experiment. Once we have processed this information, we will send you an email with some account-related information and a file with a remote desktop configuration. The next step is to install JFET. You can download JFET here. And once it's installed, we can log it on JFET. So let's see how to do it. We have to log in on JFET with Fed4Fire credentials. In the first dialog box, we will enter our username and password. And in the second one, we have to confirm our password. Now the JFET Experimenter Toolkit opens, and from here we can manage our experiments. Let's create a new one. On the left part, there are some resources. We will choose a wireless node and drag it to the canvas. By right-clicking on the node, we can configure it. We have to select our testbed, which is OWL-TUD. And under a specific node, we can select one of the nodes reserved for our experiments. We will save, and if we want to work with another node, we would repeat this process. Now we can start our experiment, and we need to assign one name to our experiment. We can also see our Fed4Fire project, and we need to indicate the duration of our experiment. Let's choose 20 minutes. Now the experiment begins, and our testbed starts to initialize the resource nodes. This process can take a few minutes until the node has turned to green. Now the node is green. This means we can access it. First, we have to connect to the main experiment server, and for this purpose we will open the RDP file with the remote desktop configuration. In your email, you will find all the login information needed in these steps. Here we have to enter our Fed4Fire username and another password. And now we are connected to the main experiment server. Here we have to open a Mate terminal to connect to our node. Let's connect by the remote desktop with the IP address of our node, with full screen, and with our Fed4Fire username. We will type another password. Now we are connected to our node, and here we can open Live Communication System Design Suite 2.0. Here we can learn how to program in LabVIEW. We also have access to the application frameworks from NI, the 802.11 and the LTE application framework. We can also create our own projects, or if we want, we can also open an existing one. For instance, the GFTM transceiver, which is available in GitHub. But let's go back to our experiment. If your experiment is running out of time, you can renew it, and you can indicate a new duration. But you have to consider that the duration of your experiment can never exceed the duration you indicated during the registration. Once you are ready with your experiment, you have to terminate it and release resources. By doing this, our testbed will save an operating system image of the resource nodes. Next time you log in, this image will be restored. And with this, we have reached the end of this video. We hope it can help you to access our testbed. If you need further information, don't hesitate to contact us. Thanks for your attention and bye-bye.